Or didn't mean to. That was Matmos. This is Matmos. That's Matmos, and I'm not gonna pay royalties. Sorry, I meant to change the playlist to something royalty free, like this. So here we go. We're going to combine the stories of the Glassbead game, Herman Hesse's opus about White Tower Academia, with Porky's. And yeah, Samson Delight.
You name Wild Bill as your sidekick. Hey, remember when I didn't release and continuously pushed back the schedule? I lied. Chapter 3 will probably be done before this month ends. Unless something really bad happens, creatively or medically, it should hopefully come out before Christmas.
Let's try that again. Retry.
You feel a strong connection to the female rogue operator accompanying you on this mission. Is this love? Due to your shitty attention span and need for instant gratification, you quickly get incredibly bored with the game. All those complicated incantations designed to summon demons from other planes bore you shitless, and that's just one of the annoying bits about this job. Game inventor, actually this is a game about human knowledge. You see, the players can make pairings of beads. I don't know, my cards here are all out of order. That's the whole purpose in it. Indeterminacy leading to novel configurations and new ideas. There are 1 billion planets and room for myriad permutations of the game. Since nothing is determined, no contradictory ideas to undermine the system arise, and hence no notions of good and evil. How can these worlds stand in direct contrast to one another yet exist at all? I have pondered this point further and am led to believe that these created worlds occupy non-space. They only become apparent as you view them from our reality. Do you mean, de Sitter space? Us? No, our realities aren't curved necessarily. More like non-Euclidean. As in no rules. And surely as possible, they can't be intersecting our space, as we view Universe 1, to persist in it till we end the game or press reset. These are truly existing perceptions to the high psychic binding ourselves to partake in them, though who knows if our mind are merely adding authenticity to these cat dreams? How do boobs appear in anti-de Sitter space? Why would we be getting visions in a universe with no rules except as we know them? As all of reality exists in an abstract and non-corporeal place, I can make you a virtual reality simulation that will give you direct sensory inputs of that environment. It should look like a virtual reality world that most of us are very familiar with. It could be used to train for combat as well as help with other skills. Do you want to proceed with this mission? Sure, why not? So you step into the vague light of a digital plane in what seems like an arena. It's like a hyperreal OS that is programmable and conducive to gaming as a sport if you want it to be. It can also put you on a wild adventure if that's your thing. Either way, anything is possible, and even combination of the two is plausible. Let's have a slightly boring adventure. Start slow. Explore some of your abilities and the plane, then choose where to go from there. List abilities. Not only can you fly and shoot beams of light, it also seems like you can move in digital space as well, making a very versatile character for this type of thing. It also appears that you can make anything appear simply by thinking about it and wanting it to be there. As you fly around the practice arena, you get a bit of an idea of how this all works. Tokens, traps, etc. all apparently come from smaller planes that are connected here. Set everything to Rube Goldberg variations. Monsters appear in every which way, some dropping in from the top of the sphere, others appearing with flashes and sparks, others simply overlaying over reality. It's a tornado of madness that messes with your perception, but it's all fairly standard things. It takes a few moments, but you catch on to the rules of this realm. There are no limits save for those of the participants. What are my limits? Us, only those of your challenge and a bit of spite towards yourself, I suppose. Still, you've made it fairly far along within a couple years and certainly had many adventures doing it, or haven't you? And what are limits of this GG game? Us, You will be pitted against monsters in one-on-one encounters. You, eventually leading to orgies of woo pass? Us, sure. Later, you can try your hand at strategy and fighting off endless hordes, if you choose. For now though, you shouldn't overexert yourself. Locked out of anything relating to $0 worlds retold, sadly. So as said, you're stuck in a closed arena. Fortunately it isn't very large. Unfortunately it immediately starts full of minotaurs, oivars. I wish to be the pack leader of a horde of oivars / minotaurs. There is a certain power to being a leader. Not only do you get to tell everyone else what to do, you also get to taste all the sweetest fruits and forbidden delicacies for yourself. Tempting, no? What do you wish to attempt first? You seem to have enough time to just relax and breath, think or drink some rose water. Actually, it's been a long time since you sat back relaxed. You request an acupuncture session. The $5 end panel. You definitely expected some cool powers from acupuncture. Clearly you don't know much about it, but it's soothing and doable, so you'll take it. Examine my interstitium, post-acupuncture. If a metal map to the body is overlaid onto ours, our pain spots almost fit perfectly over metal parts. It increases in cost after each session without fail. Or couldn't access the orgasmatron or something everyone else wants, right? You should feel lucky you can somehow manipulate your body through life energy or something. You purchase a needle set, and upload 2,000 years of acupuncture expertise into your brain. From there you seek out an indoctrination center. They aren't exactly common, but they aren't hard to find either. You look upon a small babe, their plump body and milky scent wafting over you invitingly. You could just pinch that little pole and teacher would love you forever. Okay, sorry, those were some dark ages people for you. But in all seriousness, babies do look like tiny little tubers with fingers and toes nowadays, so potato. Finally, after a long talk about morality which appears to slide right over God's dense skull and senseless need for 50%, you get your needles. You think about where it hurts the most, then start picking it, Hurts but also feels good at the same time, not like a good feeling though. Safe to assume it's working? Puncture harder and more accurately. Exclamation mark, what joy when he starts crying out in pain. That thick skull won't even be thick enough to shield him from the pain when you puncture him though. His pleas for mercy go unheeded as you laugh wickedly all the way until your lungs are about to give away. Dash. A year has passed and things are looking up for your little band. Goal for our cross-country tour. Universe 1 and 2 were connected like a rope, mostly because they were actually sewn together so bad that as one wore away the other stayed intact. They didn't really represent two different things very well, although they could. It was close, but these seem to fit together better. Play up the Porky's universe for a bit. Again, it's not really that specific, but something happens after all. Look forward to it. Regrettable things happen for a reason. The rope separated itself with demand of will, or something like that. Soundtrack is Gravity by Cohen. You've never even seen Porky's, have you? It's an old movie that resulted in a few Porky parodies and nothing else. Why you listen to this song I'll never know. You've cried so many tears over the past few months. While others took to alcohol or anonymous one-night stands or online multiplayer, or even reading self-help books or prosocial behavior to cope with this depression, what you did was infinitely worse. And I'll tell you what it was, even though you lived it. You blamed reality. You clung onto fantasy and science fiction and abandoned every logical thought you ever had when faced with the terrible reality that was a situation. The funny thing about it, though painful and destructive, is how little it really mattered for quite some time, it seemed. And then you started listening to music again. God Almighty, did you listen to it? Eventually everyone starts to feel very, very alone. More than 2 years of solitude can do that to anyone. Isn't that right, Mr. Wubbikins? Yes it is. 1 is the loneliest number, yes it is. Every day, every night, singing this song, trying to conjure up that Voic. He reaches lovingly out to the tuna, sparkling on a plate before him. As he touches it, an antenna breaks through his skin from underneath. Another soldier arrests the man and removes the shrieking brood from his head as he passes out. Can I awaken? I don't care if I have a bean head. I'm normal. I'm quiet. Oh no, wait, I think I'm actually getting through. Ha 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 ho. I knew it, I have my bow. Sentences. My boyfriend is my sentences, and we are gonna conjugate really hard. For science. I want to be science girl. Oh Captain. My own sentence, it's hard to surf here, and at the bottom of a bottle of man I am confused. Say get pub. We must input credit SK, shut up boyfriend. I'm blonde this week. How I hit my head on the floor and all these bracelets from wrist to W. Looks like there is a long pause here. While is Mbo here, moving you pause forward over to sex, and a true V like the levitating king's magic doctor, forward on. Like this place could really exist, right? You all applaud to further ensure its existence. Moving over to me, while is Mbo here with This Week in Universe 1, that's really odd. Wiley, cut that out, that's really odd. Canned laughter. Why didn't anyone notice this? Can't laugh guy, I thought you wanted all the laughing people to be actually alive. Even, what? CLG, I made a chuckle as cheering sound when shaking hands with the starters of this Colosseum program. For no reason, at all. Besides, anyone can make sound now. Cricklier Farms Fertilizer Company, bad eye maps software, disturbing the peace guys, and that's on under Agme can. Can't spell my last name, the Fighters Syndrome guys and girls. Everyone could be funny like me now, allowing Pansk. You make some laughter solely from popped popcorn toenails in a blender. Wheat threshing machine runner-up at Humor Industrial Complex, Mariel Village. But she's so funny because she pleases cry somewhere like if you were not on your expensive rosewood bed redecorating on the Otho flags in front of your boyfriend's wedding. You make laughter out of the scalps of vacuum seals being released. Question mark before humor loved. Thank you very much all my preteen fans. Everywhere every day of the year we add symbols of entertainment as requested by little hungry growing children at your local merchants and Ekitus. Oh please let me beat this league and go green. Ekitus are rumored to like music, of all kinds. Name the artist Popo Populus. I thank you. In the back. You there. Popo Populoso. Populoso. Waz up. Nod you skummick, smicks on cleaning supplies foist sang, sing song, slap eerie. We got rooming up at the Rumble Isa. Me utter fool, run ASAP fastly please. See ya. Saisha si Shailshin Sheilas Keski. Yekabilchabash. It is a word up significate on health ring up again mainam mumbleonomics muse trust medium term secondary rough room rumble. Exclamation mark yay. Their cover is blown. Oh we'll all pay for this. Few thanks for an arena story Wileysm. No it's okay I'm just not creative today. Where was that? Aneurysm harbingers will be my next performance allowance. Ploof exclamation mark backslash. Who wrote that? Theirs don't exist. I'll write on high hours as we see the wall. Well it just says that our lives were close. Despite this, our public watching a fiction. It was up close and personal to us, no? Meta-theatrical. Wait, is he? Oh, hello my dear friend from my childhood past and... What's that ocean smell?
And with that, good night.